jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you.
Welcome to the Red Room Reviews Midweek Mashup. I'm your host, Lindsay. As always, on this episode of the Mashup, we'll be going over the Galaxy S4 teaser video and their upcoming venue on March 14th. We'll be also going over two of the bigger movie releases this week, Oz, the Great and Powerful, and Dead Man Down. And we'll also have the worst parent of the week so far. Let's get right into it. This week, Samsung had a teaser video for the Galaxy S4 posted to remind us all that the new flagship phone is coming out. Teaser video has a little kid in it posing as an executive or a spokesperson, and he gets to see the glimpse of a glowing box that holds the packages for the next Galaxy S4. The Galaxy S4 is probably the second most popular phone out there to Apple's iPhone, and has us all wondering what is going to be next for Samsung. Most of us think it's going to be anywhere from a 4.7 to a 5-inch screen, 1080p phone with all the goodies impact, with a 13 megapixel camera, and most likely either the new Exynos processor, quad-core with a higher clock, maybe 1.7 to 1.9, or maybe Qualcomm's new Snapdragon 600 processor. I guess we'll wait and see, but I think everybody's kind of excited for this new flagship phone from Samsung. There's many renders and leaks out there, but nobody really knows what the phone's going to look like. I'm guessing it's going to look very similar to a plasticky phone, just like the other Galaxies. I have a Note myself. I can't imagine them going too radical with the design. They are the number one selling smartphones or Android phones that are out there. But that's what we have in technology this week. It's been a kind of slow week for technology, but it should pick up hopefully by the end of the week, and we'll see some bigger announcements coming out. We have two, though, pretty good sizable movie releases. The first one is Oz, the Great and Powerful, a prequel to The Wizard of Oz, a childhood story that we all grew up watching as children. And this stars James Franco as Oscar Diggs. He is the Wizard of Oz, of course, as we see later on in the adaptation with you know what I'm talking about, the older one that we all saw as growing up. It takes Oscar as he's a small-time circus magician, and he gets whisked away out of Kansas into the land of Oz, where he meets several interesting people, and he becomes a wizard. It's kind of a story. It's funny. It's a prequel. We all know what's going to happen. Looks pretty good. It looks like all the photos looks pretty colorful. Kind of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, the Tim Burton version of that. So it looks like it's going to be a very interesting, kind of dark pace, but maybe fun for the whole family. This movie stars James Franco, like I said earlier, Mila Kunis, Michelle Williams, and Rachel Weisz. This coming out in all theaters in 3D this Friday. Our next movie is Dead Man Down, an action thriller starring Colin Farrell and Terrence Howard. The film follows Colin Farrell's character Victor as he gets revenge on a New York City underground crime lord. It's basically the old, probably he killed my family and I'm going to get revenge and seek retribution movie that we've probably seen dozens and dozens of times. Doesn't seem like it's going to be that kind of interesting movie. I probably wouldn't see this. This would be a pass, and I think it should be a pretty big pass. You can probably see this on Redbox or Netflix when it comes out. And moving right along, we have the worst parent of the week so far. And for this week's worst parent of the week so far, a Missouri mother allegedly puts a condom in her daughter's underwear to trick ex-husband. A woman's attempt to sabotage her ex-husband's new relationship backfires when her plot is foiled. Basically, it looks like a 26-year-old mother from O'Fallon and told her child to hide a condom in her dad's place so he would believe that his fiancée was cheating on him and they would break up. Allegedly, the woman placed the condom in her daughter's underpants, bare-skinned, and it looks like the condom might have been used or may have looked to be used. It seems like this woman has a couple of screws loose. How could you think about putting a condom next to your child? Why would you? That's the saddest story I've heard so far. But this woman, I don't have her name, or I would blast her. She is this week's worst parent of the week so far. Well, folks, that will do it for this week's edition of the Midweek Mashup. My name is Lindsay, and please go to our website, theredroomreview.com. Follow us on Twitter at redroomreview and on Facebook at Red Room Review. And you can also find us on iTunes under the Red Room Review. Well, thanks, guys, and until next time, see you in the Red Room.
Jokers to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle.